Steeb Streabs. I'm here to talk to you about video games. I'm having a kind of a lame day, and lame days are when streams happen. I'm here to talk to you about a video game called Star Revenge 3.5 Vacation of Cursed Dreams. This is Super Mario 64 ROM hack. I feel like I've streamed this before. I don't remember. Mario 64 ROM hacks feel lame. But they're not. They're the opposite of lame. So first, I have a lot of things to talk about. I have to pick one. But firstly, why Mario 64 ROM hacks? Well, it's because I played Mario 64 as a kid, and it's so fucking easy for me to play Mario 64 ROM hacks, because it's just like playing a new Zelda game. You already know the controls, you already know what you're gonna get. And it's just, some new levels, some comfy stuff. And I did play new games earlier. I played Shadow of the Colossus for 30 minutes, and I played Metal Gear Solid for 30 minutes, and I made progress on both of them, and now I'm like, oh, I don't want to fucking tune out to this. But let me tell you about Super Mario Star Revenge. Super Mario Star Revenge is made by BroTude, and he's done a lot of these. He's done a fucking lot of Star... Oh, there it goes. He's done a lot of them, and he's tried a lot of different things with them. But for some reason, 3.5 is the one where everything just clicks into place in a way that creates a cohesive fucking experience. I mean, well, they do in other ones, but they do in the other ones too, but in this one, it's the one that I like. So basically, the premise is that Mario's on a cruise. Wow, this stream fucking sucks. Hey guy, fucking god, well, that's what Streabs are. Streabs are when Steve feels lame. I feel lame for personal reasons that don't matter that much. Like a day from now, it won't matter. So let me tell you the things that this ROM hack does mechanically, which complements its narrative theme of being on a vacation. All right. This game removed live systems. This game, when you get a star, you just keep going. You don't go to, like, later ROM hacks of this series will take you to, like, this weird pseudo hub for you to either jump back into the level or not jump back into the level. And it's fucking wacko that they would try something like that after they got the system that works. So when you collect a star and you keep going, it's just like Jak and Daxter. It's just it just makes the experience more continuous. There's less pauses. There's less of that shit. Worlds are big, comfy, not a lot of danger. I mean, there's a lot of danger in the later levels, but because you can't run out of lives, you can really just do whatever you like and try whatever you like. I'm trying to describe this as very comfortable, but I didn't have as much analytical evidence as I thought I did. Yeah? So I'm trying to recover before I move on to the next topic. So this game is like a hub world that'll warp you to levels you've been to before, or levels will connect to each other. The entrance to course 2 is just like under this platform. It's down there, and I can go to there anytime I want. But there's a little bit more to this. So I sampled a few of BroTude's other hacks. I sampled them. Granted, sampling is a shallow business, used only by people who want to affirm their own pre-made opinions. But I played one of the Star Revenge hacks where you play as Luigi. It was like fucking 6.5 maybe. And and the first level was a grass level, and the second level was a desert level. And I was like, wow, fucking riveting. Fucking riveting content you got there, buddy. You play this level, and the first level is a harbor, and the second level is, as we'll see, let's just fucking go to it right now. It's a pink fucking beach where everything is pink. As in, it looks different. And it has the Sonic music. So this game has a desert level It's course like 9. It's way later on, and it has like interesting level structure where like it'll have like very thin platforms above like quicksand pits. So it really doesn't feel like other desert levels. It just uses the desert. It's more of like a ruins. There's more emphasis on like the buildings there. Whereas in the other ROM, with the Luigi ROM hack, it was just like an open desert. You just like fuck around. You could jump around in the sand pits. You wouldn't die in quicksand. I'm doing the funny. All right, come on. I could just walk around. I could just do that. And I wasn't impressed by the setting. However, the later I played Scepter of Hope, Star Revenge 8, and the first setting was grass, but it like merged with snow, and I was like, that's fine. That's fine. The later ones got kind of edgy, and I can't say that they didn't, like, I can't say he didn't try to go for what he went for, because he had like this weird save system, weird limiting save system in Star Revenge fucking like 7 or 8. And like he would just like give you like 25 lives and that was it. That was all you had. And he could only save 3 times. So it was this really like kind of, so it's clear that BroTude was specifically going for a more tense experience with that one. But I just prefer like a relaxed casual run through. Where I could just pick up and play and take it at my own pace. But let me tell you about Mario 64 just in general. Because Mario 64 is a game that's transformed over time. So, most of my Mario 64 is played on emulator. It's played upscaled. You see the graphics. You know, they're not pretty, textures aren't pretty, but the polygons are sharp. If I zoom into this, it's very clear what shape Mario is. But the other day, I played Mario 64 on a Nintendo 64, and holy shit, it felt like a completely different game. Both with the controller and with the fucking display. Then 240p, so everything's very fuzzy. And the thing about the fuzziness is that it's clear that they were building the game for that. So like all these janky shapes wouldn't be as, I guess they just wouldn't look as bad in fuzziness. But also, there's this thing that irks me in Mario 64, and it's understandable why it's there, but it irks me a little bit. Where when Mario's too far away from the camera, he turns into like a lower poly version of himself. On an emulator, it's very noticeable because the resolution is higher. However, on vanilla console, you can't fucking tell because it's in 240p, fuzzy image on a television set. So like it works perfectly for what it was meant to do, and it was meant to, you know, save on the number of objects on screen or whatever. And I think that's interesting. That's what I think about that. Those were all the things I had to say about Mario. I'm going to be real. That's all I had to say about Mario was that. I have a thought in my head, and I'm thinking about how I want to present it, because if I present it the wrong way, it's going to sound really fucking insulting. I have the same thoughts over and over again, and I don't know. I've told the main people who are going to watch this stream are fucking Nico and Zugok. And for now, Nico and Zugok have gotten unique content out of Steeb. They've gotten unique commentary that he hasn't said before, and I might have said it before, but I might say something that I've told them before. Let's see. I'll say a bunch of it. All right, Nico and Zugok, you're gonna get some fucking redundant content. That's not more thought through than it was the first time I said it, because it's a stream, not a fucking video. This level's nice, dude. This level has pink fog in it, I swear. Look at that in the distance. Pink fog. I love it. It's got the nice music. So, what was I going to say? I was going to say a couple things and I forgot which one. Well, yeah, okay, 2 things. Okay, well, firstly, it's very clear that Steeb is very jaded on video game reviews. I don't think reviews are fucking useful. I feel like, well, for me, I feel like I know what I'm going to like and what I'm not going to like at this point. And if I don't know, I'm like willing to give it a shot. Such as those times when I watched fucking Hereditary, the film, and it's like obviously not a movie that I would have liked, but I tried it anyway. This is so silly. Every time a fucking spider comes out, it hits me. Like, my friends are like, Steve would not like that fucking movie, but I'm like, but fucking Kezi and Muncher kept fucking saying how good it is, so I fucking tried it. I fucking watched it, and it was very challenging. And then I like tried Doom 2016, and now it's just like, I don't know why you tried to play that game. It's like, it's very clear that's not a game you would like. And I was like, well, fucking people say it. People suck the dick at Doom 2016 all the time. And I played it, and I didn't like it. Thought it was kind of boring. Well, is boring the right word? Maybe not. I like how everything's red, but also, like, that's the point. Whatever. What was I saying? Oh, reviews are fucking stupid. I think reviews are fucking stupid. I think, and why do I think that for a few reasons. The first reason is that people's opinions are fucking arbitrary. There is no fucking, like, no human being acts on logic, including me. I don't act on logic. Nobody acts on, like, a consistent, understandable set of rules that can be understood. It doesn't happen. Everyone has what Zugot calls it random and epic Steeb opinions, which are just opinions that he just doesn't understand why I would feel that way and thinks are fucking stupid and baseless. And some of my opinions are fucking baseless. But, like, I think everyone has that shit. I don't think anyone is, like, a reasonable person. So for someone to review a game is to just hear someone say what they think about a game for a while, and it's, like, wildly... Like, most people are just going to be wildly fucking incorrect. Or they're going to feel wildly incorrect to everyone else. Everyone's just going to fucking disagree. And everything is just a big cluster. I feel like I'm getting close to an insightful point, but I feel like I'm just barely missing the mark. That's why I talk on Streabs, is to chase that high of saying something vaguely insightful. That's why I made Steeb video. Well, that's part of why I did it. But I've been my second thing I was gonna say was I'm oh yeah. Oh, okay. Understood. Video game, understood. I'm getting into watching, like, old anime from the 1970s. And it makes me think. It really makes me think. I'm watching this very, like, the things that I'm choosing to watch is this unbelievably unpopular niche. Like, who the fuck in their right mind would watch anime? Lol, make fun of anime. Lol, anime sucks. Meme. Lol, anime banned. Attentional gamers, no anime allowed in this area. Lol. And that was a funny joke when I was on the other side of it, but now I, like, stan good anime, and it's like, well, shit. Now I feel, like, vaguely, like, it's like, reductive. But that's fine. That's fine. Like, I understand that you're not actually poking fun at it. You're just making a joke that is funny. I just feel it feels weird to like things that are niche. It feels weird to not like things. I don't like that I dislike popular things and that I like niche things. It makes me feel like a fucking snob. Like, when I hang out with my siblings, it makes me feel like a fucking snob. When I'm like, ooh, I watched this thing. This reminds me of this thing you've never heard of. And, like, that sounds like a snob thing to say, but my fucking sister has not watched... What did it remind me of? I don't remember. Fucking, like, Space Adventure Cobra or some shit. She hasn't heard of Space Adventure Cobra. Maybe it was Cat Soup. I don't know. She hasn't... No. It was Xavier Renegade Angel. I watched a thing... We were watching Ace Ventura 2, When Nature Calls. And Jim Carrey's voice sounded way more exaggerated than it did in the first movie, which I had, like, watched 20 minutes of on a plane flight. And I was like, this reminds me of Xavier Renegade Angel, when in season 2, they got complaints about the voice being too annoying, and then in season 2 they just made the voice even more annoying. I was like, wow, that reminds me of that. But what came out of my mouth was, oh, this reminds me of a show you've never heard of, in which they made his voice more annoying because it was funny. And, like, I feel like if I was on the other side of that, I would be like, well, what show? And then I'd be like, yeah, I haven't heard of that, but, you know, whatever. I could have said, it reminds me of a show called Xavier Renegade Angel, in which blah, blah, blah. But, I don't like being a snob, dude. I wish I liked popular stuff. I wish everyone liked the stuff I liked. Or something. because the stuff I watch doesn't have niche appeal. Like, Digibro, uh, a while back he had this big narrative about autism, about how like liking animation is inherently autistic, and it is vaguely. I don't fucking know. I'm not thinking about that. That's not the point. The point is that you'd think that anime is like a very niche thing, but it's not. Some of it is and some of it isn't, right? Some movies are niche and some movies are not niche. That's just it. Like, one genre is not more or less niche than the other. I would think that the shows I watch, some of them, called Ashita no Joe or Space Adventure Cobra, Lupin the Third, I think that they have very wide appeal. I think anyone can pick that shit up and enjoy it. But because anime is like, lol, anime sucks. Lol, any anime that's made before the year 1990 didn't have enough budget to be animated well to be good. And it's like, huh? I don't know why people think that, because it's wrong. Space Adventure Cobra, like, looks good. It's, like, well drawn. Like, Joe has, Joe has some, like, still shots every now and then that last a little while, and that was kind of the meme. But, like, that's literally every anime from every era. Like, it's just how they draw it. And also, they, like, obviously they do that on purpose, and they try to direct it around that. So they're trying to make those still shots have as much impact as possible, and it looks good, and the result is a good quality product. Like, if you, like, what's the medium of animation? Like, what is the medium of animation to other people? Is it like Pixar? To normies, the field of animation is Pixar. Okay, oh, I said the normie word. All right, fine. Fucking, this is now normies re. All right. But it seems like uh I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. All right. This is how I'm going to phrase it. I was hanging out with a person, and their identity shall remain hidden completely and utterly. I'm not going to say what their relationship to me is. I'm not going to say whether they were a boy or a girl. I'm not going to say who they were. But I was hanging out with a person. And they had a television set. And I'm like, how the fuck do you find what to watch on a smart TV? How the fuck, like, what does a smart TV have? What does it not have? Like, where can I find a list of this? And you just like browse shows. I fucking hate browsing shows. I fucking hate doing that shit. I like having the show that I want to watch, like having it, and then like watch it and then just clicking on it whenever I feel like it. Like bookmarking that shit or something. So like I couldn't find good shit to watch because I didn't fucking know. So I give the remote to other person in the room, and they put on The Simpsons because they needed something familiar and to kind of ease the burden of their life. That's understandable. I can understand that. They turned on an episode of Simpsons season 31. And like any of who the fuck is us here? Anyone who's been on the internet for a while, anyone who like has a passion for animation has probably heard somebody. They've probably heard somebody talk about The Simpsons once in their life. They've probably heard that Simpsons isn't very good after season something or other. After fucking, I don't know, 8, 4, 8, 12, whatever. They've probably heard that Simpsons isn't good anymore. And granted, there's another layer to that. Because the showrunners who made Simpsons not good anymore, it's been so long since The Simpsons hasn't been good anymore that the staff has probably cycled again. So there was like a new Simpsons bad, new NU Simpsons. This is like a new Simpsons, where they make jokes about Uber and Lyft, and they like, and characters talk in like they send emojis to each other and shit. So, but they turn on that because they didn't care. They were just like, oh, it's The Simpsons. I recognize The Simpsons. And what the episode of Simpsons was it was like a story about Flanders' son like losing faith, and how all the characters deal with that. What the episode was, it was a slew of jokes. It was an avalanche of jokes. It was just joke, 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 joke. And I'm not sure if that's what The Simpsons always was. That's what The Simpsons always is. I found it difficult to... Did I get a hundo in here? Thanks for not saying whether I got a hundo. I probably didn't. No. I went straight to Metal Box. Okay. And I just, I'm just not sure how I was supposed to feel watching that episode. Because the story of the kid losing faith because his mom died is heavy. It's heavy and sad. But also, it's a 20-minute episode of a TV show, so they don't have much time to explore it emotionally. They just, show a kid sad for a while. And, they have, a couple scenes. And then they make a Spotify reference. I want. There. And, some of the, the hit to miss ratio for Steeb. Steeb watching a TV show, dude, I cannot fucking find funny TV shows. Because my humor has been warped by the internet and Conjun House and fucking compilations and in jokes with friends and memes. The thing I find funny, the easiest way to make me laugh is to just take something I said and remix it with something. Take something I said and change a couple words and mock me, and that's funny to me because it sounds like a YouTube poop, because it reminds me of a YouTube poop or a funny image edit, That's my kind of humor. So obviously it's going to be really hard to make me laugh from a TV show, but the ratio of hits to misses were relatively low, but there were a couple jokes that were funny in there. Why am I talking about this? Because the person I was with they just put it on and they were like, yeah, we're just going to watch this. And then we watched it, and then they laughed a couple times and they commented on how the story of the episode related to their life at that moment. Darn, I missed the jump. And just I felt unbelievably weird about watching an episode of The Simpsons season 31 with the person I was with. And that's not the person I'm talking to. If they heard this story, they would know who they were. And just know, I don't fucking care. This is not a big deal. This doesn't matter at all. I don't give a shit that we watched seasons. I don't feel bad that we watched season 31 of The Simpsons. I'm just exploring the idea of art. Because I care about art. I care about fucking film and drawings and art and video games. I would say that I have a passion for it. But what does it mean to have a fucking passion for it if I refuse to engage with this piece of art? If I feel resistant to engage with this piece of art? Did you feel me? I feel like they were engaging with the art more than I was. But it's clear that they were engaging in a very casual way, and it's yeah. And you can't fucking watch, not every day you're going to be in the mood for a fucking Quenten Tarantino movie. But I can put on an episode of Joe, easily. Joe is, easy to watch. Joe's, easy to watch, but I also get something out of it. A piece of this epic, as in long and detailed episodic story. That's the narrative definition of epic, by the way, of what I just said. I get a piece of this long story, and if I continue eating these small pieces, consuming these small pieces of this large story, eventually that are easy to watch, by the way, I will eventually get a very enriching, the story will eventually become greater than the sum of its parts or something, or it'll become very enriching. I already went here. I need a shell. I need to find the grass area. Yeah. Okay, I need to find the shell. I need to find the grass area. How long have I been streaming? 24 minutes? This is a pretty good stream, gotta say. By my modern stream standards of just trying to say something cool without writing it. I don't want to write shit. I don't want to fucking perform shit. I want to make a Steeb video. So I don't think that reviews are interesting anymore. I don't think reviews are like good anymore because if I want to know if something's good, I can like tell either with my own eyes. But sometimes I can't tell with my own eyes and it takes a friend to tell me. I have friends who can like tell me whether shit's good or not, or whether they think shit's good or not. Like most of the anime I'm getting curated from Zagok, who's just a treasure. He just knows his shit about anime, and he's fairly open-minded about it. At least if you're in his era, which is like anything before the '90s, anything before the year 2000. If you're in his era, like you'll know, he'll know. I watch, and I don't exclusively watch old anime. I watch new anime. I watched Lou Over the Wall, and I fucking love that movie. Please watch that movie. Please watch Lou Over the Wall. Please stand Lou Over the Wall. It's fucking good. It was made in 2017. So like I feel like I watch a lot of new shit and a lot of old shit. I watched Isaac, and Isaac's okay. Isaac's alright. It'll probably get better the more I watch it. I know I've been here before, but I'm gonna check. Because I feel like I'm like missing a section of the... I feel like I'm missing an entire section of the level. Not everyone on planet Earth are gonna give a shit about the things you give a shit about. You just get to coexist with people who disagree with you and don't value the things you value, and you don't value the things they value. Some people are just gonna be different from you. I've said that a fucking lot of times in the past few months. Fuck. Who the fuck cares about a Mario 64 ROM hack? People who... The only people who are gonna fucking care about a Mario 64 ROM hack are people who like Mario 64 a lot already and want to keep playing it, but also would love it if there were some new levels for it. If I gave this... But I think if I gave this game to like one of my friends... Sorry, not friends. I mean, they are friends. Fucking... If I gave this game to a casual person who is like familiar with Mario 64, but like, and they played it as a kid, and they're like, yeah, I'm nostalgic for Mario 64, and then I give them this, like, would they be overwhelmed? Would they enjoy it? I want to say yes. It's able to be enjoyed. What the fuck? Whoa. Okay, that was scary. I didn't think that would happen. He's still coming after me. He's still coming. Okay, all right. We're having a gaming moment. I was on the dock and he fucking came after me. Oh my god. Okay. All right. One of the earliest dreams I can remember having as a child was of getting eaten by that fish. And then I was inside the fish's belly and then I felt weird. I do not have a vor fetish, by the way. You know the other dream I can remember as a kid very, very vividly? You know what other dream I can remember as a kid? Earliest memories? A dream where I was at Burger King and there was a Charizard and I got eaten by the Charizard. I do not have a vor fetish, by the way. God damn, what of us? I can't see down here because it's so low. All right. So your Steeb life advice is don't trap yourself. I'm gonna get bumped by this guy. Don't trap yourself in old content forever. It's okay to sometimes watch the old classics and do the the realm of familiarity. But I have found that my life has benefited immensely from watching new shit. Blocking Twitter, and instead spending the time that you would have spent on Twitter watching a fucking new TV show or playing a new game. Funny thing, I did not have any PlayStation console as a kid. I didn't have a single one until I was like 19 or 20 or some shit. And now I have a PS1, PS2, and a PS3. See, star. Have I said everything that I wanted to say? I couldn't get Illusions of the Lake because I got fished. Secret of the Woods, the Wing Cat Metal. Oh, I have Metal Cat. Okay, let's get that one. But Steeb, if you fucking have new games and are playing them, why aren't you streaming them? Well, you see, new games require a lot of focus. require a lot of attention and a lot of engagement. Streaming them would make me be a huge dumbass. Let me tell. No, I don't want to fucking. It's not really insightful. Did I make my point about like reviews being fucking stupid? I'm trying to remember what I said about like reviews. I think they're fucking stupid. I feel like what's useful is just like a consensus score. Like, you know when the new Pokemon came out and it's like, if it like I was like, this doesn't look good, but like if people say it's good, then I'll do it. The game came out and it was a huge divide. And I was like, okay, this divide means that I would not like it based on previous information. Like census is pretty good. Census information is like, people review this thing paused. What the fuck? I don't have an example. Like, I don't know, fucking movies. If you don't know what you should watch, go to fucking myanimelist.com/Steeb and watch everything I gave it 10. Or if you like live action films, watch everything by Quenten Tarantino. Watch everything by Wes Anderson. I haven't watched everything by them, but I watched a few things by them. And they're pretty good. Well, oh, that's the wing cap star. That's the wing cap star. I feel like I'm missing something from this Streab. So I talked about. I didn't hit the nail on the head about my normie story. My hanging out with a normie and watching The Simpsons story. And it's because I can't. I can't reach a conclusion about that because what my brain wants to do is it wants to say that this person like isn't as cool as I am because they're not engaging with art in the same way that I am or as deeply as I am. But like that doesn't matter. What matters is that we spent time together and shared an experience. And we were there and we supported each other emotionally when we were both kind of, or I mean, they were more down in the dumps than I were. They were having a fucking bad luck streak. That's just it. Like, if you meet a person who's like fucking plays Fortnite and Call of Duty, fucking whatever, who cares? You know, like, it's too bad that they don't like the things that you also like. It's a damn shame that they don't fucking play Shadow of the Colossus or fucking what the fuck do I play? Dust Force and Freedom Planet. It's like it's a damn shame that I don't know that many people who are that engaged into Dust Force and Freedom Planet. But fucking whatever. If they're getting their kicks, if they're happy, then whatever. Cool, great. That's it. It's not a good conclusion. No, it is a good conclusion. I think that's the correct conclusion to take from that story. Even though your brain so wants to just say, "Oh, it's fucking normies. I wish we were watching fucking Millennium Actress instead." I did watch Millennium Actress with them earlier that day, but they were not watching it. They were on the phone, and that's okay. Just fuck them, dude. Just like, it doesn't matter what other people think about thing you like. It doesn't matter what other people think about the thing you like. Oh my god. I briefly watched like a playback of like a Foxen stream in which he was playing Majora's Mask for the first time, and he was like, "This game is objectively good. It's just horrible to play in the first blind playthrough." And every commenter, every like person in the chat was like butting heads with him because they love Majora's Mask, and Foxen was like having a tough time with it. And it's like, fucking who cares? It's like, it's interesting that happened from like a third party's perspective, but like it's not. But like I'm like, don't get mad about it. Like, who fucking cares that they don't like the thing you like, man? I've probably made this point before. I've probably streamed this game before. Hey guys, you know what else I fucking did? You know what else I've done in the past like week or two? I took up jogging. Every other day I jog. Hang on, let me check my stats on my phone on my previous jog, so I can tell you about how much I jogged. Because I do like the same amount of jogging every other day. I've only been doing it for like a week. How do I look at my previous run? I ran 1.68 miles in the span of 20 minutes. So I jogged for about 15 minutes, and then I walked for 5 minutes. And it got my heart rate pumping, and it got my legs pumping. I think jogging really helps with like leg strength. It might not, because I'm not a fucking expert, but it makes me feel like I'm stronger. I think the jogging is like way better than biking for exercise. If you want to exercise for the sake of exercising, I think you should jog, because it fucking, you have to hold up your entire body while doing it. And I think it's a very healthy thing to do. We're all geeks. We all have inactive lifestyles. We all do that. Anytime I ever do a fitness thing, it's always for the mental benefits. I don't give a shit about like my belly fat or my fucking egg shape, my milky thighs. But I like it just makes me feel good to know that I'm a little healthier, that I'm improving a little bit. And the prospect of losing weight is exciting, but I'm like not trying to lose weight. So I probably won't lose weight. So I would recommend that if you don't do an exercise like that, then you do it. But if you don't want to do it, you're not going to fucking do it. See, I asked my friends what I should do for the days that I'm not jogging. You know, every other day. So like every other day I'm not jogging. What the fuck should I do? And they were like, oh, you should do this lifting routine where you do pull-ups and sit-ups and squats and crunches. And I'm like, I don't fucking give a shit about that. So I didn't do it. So this goes back to the fucking opinions thing, where it's just like people just arbitrarily want things. People just arbitrarily like things. There you go. That's the world of Steeb. It's the world of Steeb. World of Steeb. Seek excitement, but like fucking who gives the fucking whatever. I don't know.